Over the past 2 years, I've been one of the lucky few to not only conduct an interview with Andrew and Tristan Tate, but also to spend enough time with them to extract as much value as possible. Now in the title it says I've spent 6 hours with Andrew Tate, and you're probably thinking 6 hours, that's nothing. But at the same time, that's 6 hours more than you spent with him. So listen to what I've got to say, because I'm here to bring all that value to you. Though controversial, the Tates speak a lot of truth and they resonate with millions around the world, me included. There's so many lessons that we can learn from them, so here's 6 that I found to be the most important to me. Let's start with this, being observant. On the first podcast that I'd done with Andrew over 2 years ago, we broke down how he conducts business, how he seeks opportunity, and most importantly, how he analyzes everything. Let's throw it back to a clip where Andrew says this.
Most people look at a tree, they see a beautiful tree, right? If I look at a big, strong, beautiful tree, I think he must have fucked up every other little sapling around him. He took all the water, took all the nutrients, he destroyed them all. There was once 20 trees, and all 19 are dead. And they got 1 tree left, the big G, top G tree.
One.
Top tree. Tate. Most people don't look at life that way. And when you look at life that way, you need to start identifying. One of the things we teach inside of Hate You is to identify every single time your money is taken from you. So I say this to people, I say for the next 2 weeks, every time you spend money, even if it's £1, write down how they got it from you. Because once you identify how your money is taken from you, you can start to actually intelligently think about how you can take money from other people. I sit in Starbucks. The whole time I'm in there, I'm thinking about how I could outcompete them. I'd sit there and go, okay, cool. I'm in Starbucks. I spent £5.68. I got a latte and I got a donut. And I'm sitting here. And that commercial property right across the street is available for lease. How could I outcompete this coffee shop which just took my money? What's the profit margin on this £5.68? How much did this cost them? The coffee, pennies. Donut, 30p maybe, right? How much is the staff? They pay the staff minimum wage £8 an hour. So I've already paid half. I've already paid 30 minutes work from that brokey, the wage. Yes. She's there for another 30 minutes for free, right? How much is the rent? How much is the business rates? If I had to open up there, how would I attract people to come into my shop as opposed to their shop? They got a big brand name. I'm brand new. Okay, well, the bitch working here is ugly. My one's going to be hot. Boom, that's the beginning. Next thing, do they have any signage outside? No, I'm gonna try and put some signage outside. Do they have parking? No, I need parking. But you need to start thinking about how you can convince people to give you their money as opposed to giving it to the places they already give it. And once you do that, people say, I can't think of how to make money. If you start doing that for a year and just keep a notepad, you'll have 100 ideas of how to make money.
Just look at that. He's constantly looking at where he can improve, what he can do differently, and most importantly, how he can make as much money as possible. And this doesn't go just for business. He analyzes everything, where he's at, what he's doing in his life, the mistakes he makes, and so much more. He isn't a grandmaster at chess for nothing. As he says, playing chess requires a lot of brain power and forces you to think far in the future. You have to analyze every single move that you do, every single mistake that you made, and if you have a piece that the opposition has taken out, at some point that was clearly your fault that you've made. So he's very observant in what he does. And this brings me to point number 2, speed. Being observant and thinking about the idea is one thing, but bringing it to reality is a complete other. You see, Tate lives by speed. You see, for him, it's all about how fast and efficiently he can bring an idea to life. Let's be honest, a lot of us beat around the bush when it comes to ideas. We're constantly delaying the process, always procrastinating, and we aren't jumping to the opportunity quick enough. And by the time we do, someone's already beat us to it. As I said, speed. Andrew, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. The second he thinks of an idea, he's already thinking about who he can partner with, where he can host this idea, and how he can bring it to the masses. His brain is constantly traveling at 1,000 miles an hour, and that's the mindset that me and you all need to have. And there's only one way to really achieve that mindset, and that brings me to my third point. Focus. You see, I actually googled the definition of focus, and what it says here on Google is focus is the ability to concentrate one's attention or sustain concentration. Being focused means that you have clear goals and objectives, and your work is dedicated to achieving those goals and objectives. Now, I can tell you off the back of meeting Andrew Tate, his work rate is absolutely insane. Just to put this in perspective for you guys at home, because you didn't see this, and you probably haven't seen this anywhere else either. On both occasions where I've met up with the Tates, they've constantly been working. Even when they have me and a bunch of guys around them, they're constantly on the phones or the laptops, looking at financial industries, looking at opportunities, and working on their business. So let me ask you, how many of us are like that? Because I can tell you right now, I'm not there yet. And that's me being honest with myself. So be honest with yourself too. Ask yourself this, are you like that? Have you got the Andrew Tate work rate? And I bet the answer is no. So let's change it. I asked Andrew how he's always able to remain focused, and he told me this. He told me to write down my goals, have a crystal clear vision, and go for it. Just chase it. Not being distracted from worldly things, no social media, no Netflix, no friends and family on a chill, no time wasting at all. You need to remain with complete focus and discipline. So the fourth lesson I learned is something that not a lot of people are talking about, and I don't know why, because honestly it's the most understated skill ever, and that is the art of communication. One of the most important things we can take away from Andrew Tate is the way he communicates. This is the reason why Andrew Tate is Andrew Tate as we know it. As I said, the most understated skill anyone can learn. You see, anyone can tell you to work hard, anyone can tell you to get your ass in the gym, but it's how you say it. saying it with conviction. Andrew's vocabulary is second to none. And as I said in the beginning, he's still looking to improve. Just look at this clip right here.
You need to be able to get information across compendiously and precisely. No one has an attention span. So I'm very good at talking quickly and talking quickly without mistakes and getting my points across and using analogies. I'm very good with analogies. This is all, I wouldn't say it's rehearsed, but it's very conscious because I have a lot to say, right? I can't sit here and go, money, because no one's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Right. So people will probably look at me and think it's fake. It's not fake. It's just a matter of me understanding how things need to be done. And as a professional, I do things as a professional. I'm on a podcast, so I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna get as much information across as possible. And my mind works quicker than my mouth. I'm lucky. I'm smart. So that's how it goes.
Have you ever noticed to yourself how Andrew is always able to think of something on the spot and articulate it in the most perfect way possible? No stuttering, no interruptions, nothing. Just perfectly said with the most high-end vocabulary anyone can use. And that's why he resonates with a lot of us. Because he's able to say things that we don't hear from anyone else. You need to speak with confidence. You need people to believe what you say. You need to speak in such a convincing way in your speech that when you tell someone the sky is green, they now believe that the sky is green. Honestly, I don't know why more people don't speak about this. It's simply one of the greatest assets anyone can have, and the better part is it's completely free. Follow your passion. Now, this is a funny one because in today's society, within business or entrepreneurship, all we hear is follow your passion, follow your passion, follow your passion, and it's absolute bullshit. And let me explain why. Furthermore, let Andrew explain himself.
I think follow your passion is also a terrible piece of advice. People say, hey man, you need to find what you're passionate about and do that. And what they're trying to say is only do what you like because you have no motivation to do anything else. And motivation in and of itself is a scam. I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. I am not motivated to do the things I'm supposed to do every day. I don't wake up full of like joy that I have to go to the gym or that I have to work or gotta deal with crap. I don't feel motivated to do them. I'm disciplined. I do them regardless of how I feel. Whether I'm in the mood to do it or I'm not in the mood to do it, it gets done. That's discipline. Discipline's a real thing. Motivation is fleeting.
Yeah.
You're never going to be permanently motivated. So when someone comes along and says, oh, do what you're passionate about, what they're saying is you'll have endless motivation and then you'll be able to try hard. If you're the kind of person who can only try hard at something he enjoys, then you're going to fail because most things you enjoy don't pay any money. If they paid money, you wouldn't enjoy them. It's called a job, right? Nobody likes their job. You like your hobby. I'm sure you like playing video games. Maybe 1%, 0.1% can make money from video games, right? Most people, you ain't ever going to make it. Do you think the guy in China who owns a concrete plant is passionate about concrete? Do you think he's sitting there stroking it at night, naked in bed? Fuck no. It's money. Be passionate about success. If you're passionate about money, then you can be passionate about anything. I'll be passionate about any business on earth that pays me. If you pay me $1 billion to dig that hole, I'll be very passionate about that hole. I will dig that hole with passion for the cash.
Yeah, because you know the cash.
For the money.
Yeah.
That's right. So when people come along and say, oh, you need to find something you're passionate about, follow your passion. Bro, you're going to follow your passion to the fucking food bank. You're never going to make any money that way. You have to sit there and go, what is going to pay me?
It's true. Forget following your passion. Follow the money. Now, while we may be passionate about cars or watches or gaming or whatever it may be, don't get me wrong, there may be some money in it as we see online, but the difference is it's nowhere near Tate level money. You really need to sit down and think, what's going to make you the most amount of money, what can you scale fast, and what can you scale globally? And it's so simple as well, because all you've got to do is sit down on your laptop or your phone for an hour and just research, pure research, and to see what industries make the most amount of money. If you could do that, then great. If not, then I suppose you're never going to be rich. So stop following your passion and start following the money. And as you start following the money, you're going to need a team around you. And that brings me to my next point, which is brotherhood. Now, if you really want to go far in life, you're going to need a team around you to take you there. A team of leaders that you can trust with everything. This is the number one thing that Tate preaches on a daily basis. It's why he created things like the Real World and the War Room. He wanted to create an elite network of men that all have the same vision and the same ambition. And in today's society, we need that more than ever. As masculine as this may sound, you need a team around you that are going to carry the flag and fight to the very end. Unfortunately, your way to the top isn't going to be an easy ride. There's going to be hurdles and obstacles for you to overcome. And at a certain stage, you just can't do that alone. We've all heard that cliche bullshit saying of, it's lonely at the top. Well, if you've got the right team, it's clearly not. Because your whole team will be winning, not just you. Think about it. Why did companies like Lamborghini make a Urus? Why did Ferrari make a Puro Sangue? You need a team of winners and they're going to be riding with you. Just to be clear, that's probably not why they actually made those cars. I'm just saying it in reference and I hope it makes some sort of sense and hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So there's that. But the point is, you need a team around you who are going to help you level up together. And as you unlock more levels in life, there's going to be more people for you to network with, more people to join the team, and more ways you can make more money. Even I've created a place where you guys can join and meet like-minded individuals like yourselves who've got a vision and ambition and are willing to work more than ever. And if you want want to join that, I'll leave the link in the description where you can join in. I'm in there, my entrepreneur friends in there, powerful people are in there as well. So get in there and network with as many people as you can. The saying of your network is your net worth, that one I agree with, that is true. And there we have it. There's 6 most important lessons that I've learned from the Tates. Like I said, there is many more. All you have to do is watch his podcast, dive into his content, digest it, and I'm sure you'll find lessons there for you. The thing is with these lessons, you'll find lessons that I won't find, because you'll find things in your life that are fitting for you. So if you want to watch his content and find more of these lessons, I'll leave the links in the description for the podcasts that I've done with them, and make sure you watch them. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because I've got a lot more content coming, and mainly let me know what you've learned from Andrew Tate and his brother so far. I want to know if they've changed your life, because they've changed mine in the best ways possible. And on that note, get back to work.